If you can't reach it, who can?
Well, I mean, across the table. I didn't wanna fall on the table and have them think that I'd been drinking more than coffee or something.
Okay,
They're
Well-
well aware. Oh, it feels good.
let's call the meeting to order and look for approval of the agenda.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
First, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda's approved. Approve the minutes from June 16th.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes from June 16th.
I'll second it.
We have first and second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Approve the claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims of $657,595.20, 657,595.20.
And drainage,
Drainage.
That,
The other
The other
one,
one.
is it?
4590.46 is what I had.
yep. That's right. So we have a first and a second. Any more discussion on claims? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Claims are approved. Ready. General public concerns.
Just check to see. You got to talk to Scott.
I did. Mike and I were down there last Monday after meeting.
Yep.
He didn't talk very favorable.
Really?
Yeah. He said, he hadn't gotten a written answer, but verbally, that's a word.
Sounds good.
Verbal response was not good, he said.
For us to be additionally insured.
Right. Through the county. And that's what he told us.
Okay,
So he was waiting to hear it, you know, on paper.
okay, they're gonna give him some on paper.
I asked for it,
Okay,
so I was, well, let's see if we get it. So.
okay. Thanks for doing that. We'll
Sorry.
to see what.
Sorry it took so long.
No.
I don't know, they ran it up the ladder.
It is what it is. Might take him a month to get it, something ready too.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anything else for public concerns? All right, Ben, you're up first.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Benjamin. The main item that I have for the agenda is to approve voucher number 1 for Rognus Brothers for project LC 171507. This is the bridge replacement on Virginia Avenue. We opened the roadway back up last Thursday, I think. So the project is 100% complete. This pays everything but retainage. So she's back open and running.
Road's back open and running, water's flowing through. We hydroseeded the banks
Oh,
Thursday afternoon. We should be back out, I would think today, throwing hydroseeding down on all the flat surface and the road ditch portion. So
And this is for a box you replace the bridge with.
we replaced a bridge with a box culvert, yeah. Just east of Thor, a mile, and then back north, a quarter of a mile.
But they're glad it's open now.
Yep, yeah, so, Gordy Mersch stopped by, I think every day we were doing.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, wondering when we were gonna get it back open.
He is nice strong.
Yep, that one is 100% done. Those guys have since moved over to the bridge replacement over by Bob Nillis. Box culvert all got delivered on Thursday. Friday, they got the guardrail removed, all of the driveway pipes torn out. They got everything scratched down to the concrete deck itself, and they're starting to work on bridge removal, so,
That was a deep ditch.
yeah,
I remember trying to rip wrap the corners of that, so we were a long ways down.
yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve LC 17150
I'll second it. I'll second
Virginia
it.
Avenue.
All right, we have a first and a second on route number one. More discussion?
This is the one you talked last week or about the line underneath it?
No.
No,
No?
no.
They're close by.
Okay,
Yeah, that one's PCI.
okay,
That's the one that's inside city limits in Thor.
all right.
The solution that we've come up with, so we met with,
Well, we'll do the,
Okay,
okay, sorry.
no,
All
I just wanted to make sure I was,
any more discussion?
no.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Now you can.
We'll move
now
on
you
to the
can
next
give us-
Okay. The other project that is currently under construction is STBG, long numbers, parent 601. The, Thor Bridge replacement. So that was that little 10 or 12 footer right there by the lagoons on the Seal Coat Road. We're in the process of replacing that. What we encountered while we were there is, so the flow line of DD3 in the vicinity of that is 1117.5. The flow line of the gravity fed sewer is 1119.1. So it's a foot and a half higher than the flow line of the creek, which means that the last contractor, when they did the dredge ditch clean out, should have hit it had they actually done their job in that vicinity. But they cleaned all the way up to the fence line of city limits and then jumped across the city's right of way and started digging at the fence line and continued north. I don't remember who the contractor was. I just remember he was not good.
Yeah, it was a little bitter out of South Dakota. It was struggle.
Yep. So we met with the city's engineering firm, which is, used to be Murr Engineering, now they're Evergreen Engineering out of Fort Dodge. Met with them on site, as well as Craig, who is the city's, lagoon operator, caretaker. The plan is, I'll be bringing you guys an extra work order for that project to cut holes in the sides of the box culvert and slide a pipe through it. And then we will run the sewer line inside of that with a gasketed plastic line. So,
It's like sleeve.
yep. So the ductile iron will act as a protective sleeve for water, ice, whatever, and then the sewer line itself will be inside of that. So,
So there's roughly 2 feet of pipe between the bottom of the box and the bottom of the pipe, is about 2 feet
Yep.
roughly.
Yep.
So water will go through there.
yeah, so
There
water.
There
will
isn't
flow through.
much for brush in that ditch, so.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Okay.
run into trees or anything like that come through. But until the city decides to upgrade their sewer facilities, that is the plan.
Is this gonna have an effect on the city because they were getting paid for that from the state?
Shouldn't,
Cause there'll be added cost, that's what I was saying.
so we had $170,000 worth of funding available for this project. The bids came in at 146. So we've got about 24,000 remaining. The change order that was accepted by their engineering firm and the DOT will be for about 15,000. That I'll be bringing you guys, so. Still shouldn't cost the city anything, won't cost the county anything, it's just a
Just a
unfortunate
delay.
hiccup,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bump in the road.
yeah. So. That is an update on construction and where we're sitting with those jobs. The next items that I have are to approve transfers from local option sales and service tax. And the second half of rural basic.
Do them separately. These are bullet points, that one.
These are just same thing, shuffling from one account to another, right?
Yep.
I make a motion to approve the second half transfer of rural basic secondary roads for 895,601.
Seconded.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Choose. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we have the transfer of lost funds to secondary roads of 300,000.
I'll make the approval of the transfer of lost funds to secondary roads for 300,000.
I'll second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
So back out west, are they gonna do that one as fast? Is that bridge out there gonna be?
That one should be pretty quick too. Like I
Depending
said,
on the weather that they keep saying we got all this rain?
heard up to 4 inches.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, we'll get an inch. That's
Someone
fine.
else will get 4 inches, but not us.
Algona will get it.
That still went down to us.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one out by Nillis, like I said, they'll do bridge removal today. Dam up each side, either end of the day today, first thing tomorrow, start mucking out the bottom. Like I said, the barrel's all there, so they'll set it as fast as, I mean, the last one, they set all the barrel in a day.
How big is this one?
10 by 10. Yep, so they'll set all of this probably in a day, weather provided, and start backfilling on Wednesday. There's a chance this road's open back up by the end of the week.
It's the
Okay.
same size box as the one that's on Elm going south, isn't it? You put, I think that was the first box you put in.
So the one on Elm going south is actually a round pipe. Right around the corner, but it's a 10 footer.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So,
Okay,
we did put up some barricades on Tombstone Bridge or Borman Bridge. After talking to Kyle on Saturday, the water was up to the edge of the road, and with the predicted rains. A couple of the guys went out yesterday morning, just put some barricades up. Like I said, we might not get anything, and we wasted an hour of our time, but just
just don't hurt to be prepared.
just to be
Yeah,
prepared.
better be safe than sorry.
Yep,
When are you gonna start mowing road ditches?
we have been.
Head out,
Oh, yeah.
met him today.
I just told him to
west.
skip in front of your place.
Yeah, just don't know that road.
No, so we, typical mowing plan is, paved roads, we hit 3 times a year. Gravels twice. Sometimes we will get an extra time in, just depends on how everything's growing.
Before winter.
Yep, usually we try and hit everything before Memorial Day, 4th of July and Labor Day on blacktops. Gravels, we fit in between those, but yeah, all of the mowers have been going. I talked to,
I mow part of mine, so
thank you,
you're welcome.
I appreciate that. I talked to Casey Nielsen, it sounds like our mowers aren't gonna be here till November, December.
Really?
For the build date, so he goes, I don't know what happened, but
Oh, that's kind of surprising.
yeah.
But the ones we have are working.
The ones that we have are working and yeah, running. Running great right now, so. That is the plan. Planning on towards the end of the week, sending a maintainer down here to the racetrack. To blade the track for them. Just got off the phone with Larry Jensen as I was walking in the building, so. Keep him busy.
Yeah.
Once we get done hauling dirt to all these projects, we'll start Ed rutting. But, yep,
Yeah.
mowers are going.
Super.
I got something for you to think about.
Okay.
when are you trading pickups again?
Well, I don't have it in this fiscal year, but I need to. So if we actually close out FEMA from last year, my goal is to take the money from FEMA and put that towards new trucks.
Okay. My thought was, rather than trade it in, maybe we could use it for our custodian. And have a pickup here, so when we wanna haul grass clippings. Branches off our trees, needs to run to Menards and get something. We could utilize that. Just a thought, once you put it in your. Thought process. So.
Yeah,
Is that, I know Paul, I seen him out there before scooping stuff into the back of his pickup and. but we should
Like
have
tree branches out to the dump, stuff like that,
Yeah.
would work for that.
or they to haul something from here over to the other shed or, they can hook onto the trailer and move it.
My guess is the next rig to go down the road is probably gonna be Paul's old pickup. Number 2.
Yep.
It's 20. Can't remember if it's 12 Chevy. Half done.
Yeah, but we've taken
Good work.
we've taken good care of it over the years. It's not gonna get a ton.
What do we usually get for trade-in for them? It ain't. A lot,
Pounds.
it's a-
I mean, that one that was. That we just did, I think it had close to 200,000 miles on it. And I think they were giving us like 5,000-6,000. Ended up putting it up for private bid and we got 7,500 for it.
But still, that's cheaper than finding something for the.
Yeah, and you know that this one's gonna. be-
Yeah, if we
I
know
mean,
it's
I
good.
would, when we send out for bids or quotes, obviously I just have them evaluate it and say what's rough trade-in value and then whatever that is. Or else can have it for it, so. Yep.
Alright. So, plug in here, got it. Alright, anything else for Ben? Perfect. Easy day.
Would we have, extra paint left over when you get done doing all your striping? Cause the parking lot out here is really, I mean, you can't hardly see the lines. I was just wondering, it's been several years, haven't it, since we've done it?
Different type crew does, I mean, the guys that do the center line and edge line, those guys show up with a great big truck. What you're talking about is probably more like maybe the guys that do my symbol type work.
Okay. I
They
just
can come
wondered
in.
about who and how,
Yeah, we had,
Otherwise,
We have the machine.
you've got the
downstairs to do
machine
it.
downstairs, you just buy the paint.
that's why I asked, will you have any extra paint?
Okay, those actually come in aerosol,
Aerosol,
like
yeah.
24-ounce cans. There should be a case of them downstairs. If not, I can find you a source.
Baumgars
for it.
has it. I did the parking lot for the motel over there with the same thing we have.
Baumgars carries it,
Baumgars carried it.
Alright,
cause we wanna actually borrow the applicator for the 7 parking spots that we have at the shop too.
yeah, yours are getting a little faded too.
Yeah, they're a little faded.
the awning,
Look, we got-
the awning looks pretty shitty too. I mean, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah, if only I knew somebody that did that kind of
I
work.
think we're just, well, we have to get somebody there.
They're so busy hanging like Target signs and
Really?
things like that, yeah.
Alright,
All right,
well, maybe we better move on.
yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank
We're
you.
falling off the rails.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna sneak off work for an hour to my daughter's last, home softball game.
there you go.
Have fun.
Alright,
That's that.
Good luck.
See you guys.
See ya.
Thanks.
okay, now we have, approved chairman to sign 28E agreement for liaison services with Humboldt and Pocahontas County. I believe you're here for that.
Does that have any questions?
I think Sandy explained it to us. She's up there. She can, any questions for Sandy or any comments?
No, just that we are so happy that we got the grant money. I mean, this is gonna be a huge benefit to both Humboldt and Pocahontas County and it's a 4-year program and hopefully by then we'll be able to get some other funding and maybe even grow the program. So it's a great
So it's
thing.
just Humboldt and Pocahontas.
Correct, right now, yep.
This is
But it says Webster and
Yeah.
Wright too.
on the back page.
That's what I was
On the
kind of
front
wondering.
page.
Oh, you know what? I bet you
Webster.
John put that, that's for, I think he probably used Kathy Erickson's template of the 2080 agreement.
For
and
the
mine-
mental
yeah,
health
mine-
advocate.
Yeah, for the mental
Yeah.
health advocate.
This is
So this is
just-
just Humboldt and Pocahontas. Yeah, I'm not taking
Yep.
on Webster.
Yes.
John, no.
Kind of confused.
Don't scare me like that. No, yes, I'm gonna guess that John probably, because he said he was gonna use the same template. So yeah, we could
I
just,
just don't sign that one. Cross.
Well,
yeah, we could, just do yeah, because
Yeah.
tomorrow Pocahontas has to have it on their agenda, so it's gotta be.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you
we can get it-
sign, yeah,
we
if
can
you
get it
sign this
reprinted.
one, then we can just reprint the last page to take off
Okay.
Webster and.
Oh, yeah.
Probably do that.
Yeah. Okay,
Good
I'll make that
catch.
motion for the chair to sign the 28E agreement for liaison services with Humboldt, Pocahontas County.
I'll second.
We have a first and a second. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All righty, and then what I'll be doing is coming in on a quarterly basis and presenting my data and numbers to identify how many people I'm working with in crisis situations in the community and seeing in the jail, and then I'll actually be going out with law enforcement on these crises as well, so in both counties, so.
Is this something that has to be renewed every year or is it?
So the only thing that I have to
Multi-year.
do, so the grant's awarded up to 48 months, and then the 2080 will not have to be renewed, and then I just go in and they allow a 7% increase in my budget each year through the grant. Well, then I will go in each year and just reapply my budget and change line items if I need to, but that wouldn't affect you guys. That would be through since my employer brand is Pokey, so. No, but I'll just be coming in quarterly and meeting with you guys and updating you. And then I do have an advisory committee that I've already developed between the two counties just to have oversight of the position in addition. So Sandy will be sitting on that, and then she can also be bringing you updates on things that we're doing. And I'm gonna be looking at some other additional grants, to maybe try to do some things, you know, to get maybe some tablets in the jail so that if people need to have services while they're in jail, they have the access to that. And so I'll be trying to add some grants as we go along too, is the plan. So super excited. I'm glad that we got this. This was a.
Is this a new position or has this always been?
So this is so, I guess my previous years of experiences, I was with CSS as a mental health director of the 6 counties. And I had piloted this program before we had some legislative changes where I had to shift my position and go to a different region. And so then that all deceased. So this was a position that I had started, and then we stopped it 4 years ago in July of 21, and then I restarted it with the grant. So we had just started piloting it. But my previous position that I'd served for Humboldt County for the last, I think, 15 years is eliminated on 6/30. So this is a whole new process and a little bit different going forward.
And she'll be working with the schools also with the CERT program and other programs with the school also.
That's this the program where they went down and fired everybody and everybody's gotta be rehired,
Yeah, so.
change the names.
Yep, change the names. We have what I did in my role now went into 4 different silos, as I would say. We have somebody doing the disability access point. We have somebody doing the administrative service organization, which is the funding to pay for providers for services for mental health and substance abuse. And then we have the CCBHCs, which is our certified community behavioral health centers, which are actually doing the provider work. And then this is just my separate piece of doing the responder model. So, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of questions and a lot of changes going forward because everybody's used to kind of having the one stop. And so it's nice that I'm still up here. I'm not changing my emails. I'm not changing anything. So when people do reach out, I can direct them and navigate them to who they need to reach out to for what we're doing. So yeah, it'll be a little different for a while. So
Okay,
any other questions?
well,
Okay.
I'm glad we got this program started.
Yes, super
Yes.
excited. So thank you guys.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, now we have some manure management plans to deal with. It's just something we receive and put on file. So I'll let you guys read them.
I'll make a motion to accept and place on file the MMP short form for Grandview stock number 67216 and Nightfall site 58126, and then the long form update for Blue Stream Farm 67146.
I'll second that.
All right, any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries, so those can be reported. Okay, we're down to committee reports.
The only one I had was Tuesday. I had when I missed it. There was a phone call and we got sidetracked, so I didn't get there or didn't get to listen. That's all I had for the week.
Okay, on Tuesday, the 17th, I zoomed in on the Humboldt County Opioid and Alcohol Coalition. And the Humboldt Food Pantry Board that was canceled, so we didn't have that one. Also, I was supposed to have the kitty cat, but that got canceled. Ministerial, I was there for ministerial in person. And on Thursday here in Humboldt. Yeah, so ministerial, I am now going to be the president of the ministerial. The vice chair, I know, the vice chair is Kyle Bissell. Kristen Sewell is going to be the secretary. And the treasurer is Pastor Aaron. And we're working on, it's actually, we're all very excited about this. So we're going to kind of be working towards a community more type effort along with the ministers. So we're going to put a letter together. We're going to send it out to all the churches throughout the county. We're going to personally go and see them to welcome them to please come to the ministerial because we want it to be more of an action base. So kind of come up with 5 different things, and I don't have that in front of me, but we come up with 4 key things that we want to work in within our county to help our county people. So that's kind of where we're at right now with that. So everybody's really excited and re-energized. So let's hope it all works out.
Well,
And
that
that's
might be
all
the best way to handle it, Sandy, when before, every time someone had a funeral, and if they were
Yes.
the president or they were the chair, they couldn't be there because they were had a funeral, so it got postponed or it got, so maybe taking the ministers out of that position and hopefully they'll
Right.
just attend.
And that's what we were kind of thinking is because of that situation. So the meetings would always be attended by the president and vice president, you know. And we're also going to move the meetings out to the hospital so that we can Zoom if we need to, or they do Teams. The hospital does Teams meetings. So that would help also. Say they can't come in person, but they could at least, you know, be able to do it via Zoom or Team, whatever, you know, whatever we have.
Right.
So yeah, so
Well,
I think
good.
I think it's really a positive step.
I think you've been a good fit for that board.
Well, I'm not afraid to speak up, I guess you could say. So I've been able to get some things going. So yeah,
Well, that's good.
yeah, thanks.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Rick.
You know, sometimes they get a little,
Yeah.
you know, you don't step on a minister's
Church
toes.
meetings can get pretty feisty.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And then we also brought up too thank you that you brought that up. I said, you know, we need to have alternates. So everybody who's on that board needs to have an alternate. So if the pastor can't come because of you know, funeral or whatever, then they can designate an alternate. So either a layperson or if they have an assistant pastor, you know, something like that, so that there's always somebody there.
Yes,
That'd be good.
Mhm.
Say it.
Which one of you guys want to be my alternate?
Oh, God.
I'll do it.
Gee.
I've
Okay,
been on it.
Yep.
I've never had any issues with them. I'll help you.
thanks, I
I'd pawn it
appreciate
off
that.
on you.
Thanks, Bruce.
I will.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce, I appreciate that.
Thank you, Bruce.
Well,
I was
I go
gonna
with
nominate
most
Bob.
That would be a good thing. My mouth will get me in trouble.
Yes, it would, Bob.
Thanks for agreeing, Sandy. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
All that Wednesday was the conservation board meeting. Everything's going pretty quiet there right now, so we like it. That's all I got.
Monday after we got done, I went with Rick down to the insurance company. But had questions about the coverage for the
Air conditioner.
air conditioner and then we went and looked at carpet samples and got requested a bid for the carpet upstairs. Tuesday, I go home, Nathan, B&W, they're starting to spray this week. It's actually working well. They're gonna start mowing. Well, so then they can start in Humboldt County. Start in Humboldt County this week,
You're
so.
late.
Wednesday, I come in and went through my book down there and kind of highlighted what the big places that I wanted, if I want to find one, I don't have to read through the whole thing to find it. Just started looking to see where our budget goes, where the money goes. Not just randomly following where we're spending money, just to find out where we're spending money. Just curious, because when I did help with the budget on this for the spring, I would ask, what was that going to? I don't know. How long we paying? I don't know. Okay, well, let's find out. Well, I start researching some of that stuff. And come in Friday and I spent 2 hours with Kathy Erickson upstairs learning what she does, what changes the state's made to her job, what adaptations she's making. Just basically still finding out stuff, still learning what this place is all about. So,
Like since I've been here, I think we've had 3 or 4 changes. You know, something just starts get running good and then they change it.
something else that we talked about is I talked with, Sean here about all the different, payrolls that we have. You got what, 4? That you have to try and understand, and it would be nice if we could streamline that, because we got 2 girls doing 3 girls' jobs. If we can make one job easier, it would make doing the 3 jobs less difficult. It's that simple. Is there any way that we can streamline and just basically make everything the same so it's easier to do payroll? Cause she just had to learn another one last week, 2 weeks ago. From dispatch, they come up with a whole new system now. So just a question for the board.
An additional one or it just changed the one they had?
Now that Jacob is the communications officer, for the city police, they use a website called When I Work. So he has now utilized that with the dispatchers rather than their regular paper time cards. Which it's just hard because the dispatchers are learning to use it and I have to learn how to use it so I can read when they work and whatnot. So yeah, it's just many different things.
Okay.
So just a learning curve.
So what would be the other 2 that we have up here?
Well, it's not, so. Which you will never get away from it until there's not a union anymore, but like the dispatchers have a union contract. The sheriff's office has a different union contract, and then we have our county handbook, so there's just. I mean, everybody has off different holidays, everybody gets different vacation, everybody gets different sick leave. Everybody has different rules, it's just, trying to keep up with all of the different rules, but then also they don't even also follow their own rules, so then trying to, so that was that. It, like the time card situation, you know, everybody's doing paper time cards, which that's how they have done them for probably a very long time.
Goes back to the old key fob thing,
Yeah, it
which
would
is
be,
terribly expensive.
yeah, it would be nice to have like maybe a system, or, you know, like Jacob's using when I work, like have a centralized system that everybody uses. Instead of, some people are gonna use paper, some people are gonna use this, so it's nothing that,
Everybody
It's-
be on the same page.
well, yeah, it would make it easier. I mean, it's nothing that is an emergency. Obviously, they've been using the same thing for a very long time, so.
Secondary roads has their own system. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, it's a mess, kind of.
And there is, I'm sure, a lot of apps out there that are even free. that
Oh, yeah.
Do that
Well,
type
I
of
think,
stuff.
yeah, and I think some of them are even compatible with solutions that, you know, it would just somehow import, it would be a lot,
Okay.
you'd probably have to do a lot of research to figure out
Mm.
which ones and price it, cause yeah, I mean. I think anything is 100% free, and then you have a budgeting thing to look at too, so.
I know when something is done in secondary roads, I think if it's done in a certain area, then she puts that so that it all gets billed according to, so
It's
that,
based on the DOT code,
Right.
so yeah, if they spend 2 hours mowing and then 2 hours, you know, leveling rock. It's, yeah, it's all based on DOT codes and bills accordingly, depending on
has to be
what.
tracked that. way.
Exactly, yep,
So some of it we can't, but I think anything that we could have an opportunity to streamline, if we can, I don't know why we couldn't try. But I don't wanna be a part of it.
Hey,
I mean, I don't wanna be the one that says, we're gonna do it that way, and then have
No.
4 women standing here.
there's two C words that Humboldt County hates. One of them's change, and the other one's cancer.
You know,
And they both hate them about as bad. You know, nobody takes change very well in this county.
But and I guess that's part of my point. You come up with the people that have real good ideas in their own department, and that's where the change happens, and she's the ending result of the change, because now she has to change because they did. I guess that's where I'm, looking, is because what's the best, what works the best? Then we can just use it in the whole system. But we don't know what that best is, because each department has their own best thing.
Mhm.
well, I.
But it'd be nice
continue
if
to
it was
look
all
at it,
uniform.
Right, continue to look at it and read it, and if you have ideas. Because the days that you're gone makes it tough for somebody else to. Go back in and try to follow when they aren't sure, so.
Okay,
Oh, I got that.
done. All right, Monday I went down to Humboldt Mutual with Mike, and we talked about insurance for the roof and insurance on the dam. I did have a call from the insurance lady also, making sure we keep track of parts. Anything we do with that insurance issue. Then we stopped with, for carpet. I had Yemlins in here on Tuesday, walked around with them, so they get measurements. Wednesday, I think it was Thursday, I think it was Wednesday, I had someone from Fort Dodge. Do the same thing, waiting for quotes.
we do have them, they're on Trish's desk, I'll grab
We
them
did
as soon
get,
as we're done, yeah.
okay. So we did get it back. And that was it for me. Anything else for the board to discuss?
I would just remind, not this week, but next week will be the 4th. Just letting them know that. I'll. Remind them that flags will go up on Thursday afternoon. So. If we get all the rain that they're talking, we probably wanna make sure we get that mowed before, just. He's getting used to that, get that mowed early. When the kids come up, to put the flags up on Thursday, the 3rd. They usually do that at 5, and then they come down depending on Monday or Tuesday if it's been raining, so.
What about the
That's-
parade? Are we gonna do the parade? Mr. Vice Chair?
You're asking me? I-
Yeah,
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I love riding that parade.
yeah, I do too. But the vice chair always sets it
I'm
up
a
and
candy guy.
gets, and the candy, yeah,
Candy man.
yep.
Well, I'll take care of the candy and we have to let them know that we're gonna be in it and let
Yep.
Ben know that we need the dump
The
truck.
pickup.
We're gonna take the dump truck this year because we wanna
Are
be
we?
big and.
Okay, I'm game.
No,
I'm game.
season.
Take the excavator.
There you go.
Take the waterway. Well,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Everybody.
we could use the aqua seeder. It's
Oh
really
my
hot.
God.
I will get the candy.
Okay,
We'll take care of it. Get signed in. I don't remember who, somebody will have it on somewhere. Over.
Delana usually does.
I gotta get registered too. Where do you register at?
Well, I think Delana usually has something on Facebook about, I don't know if her and her husband.
yeah, it's usually it's her husband and there's another, gosh, who else was it
Michael
last
Vincent
year?
or one of the Vincents?
Yeah, it was one of the it wasn't Michael, it was it was his brother, wasn't it his brother?
Yeah. I'm
I
sorry.
can't think of his name.
Well, we'll get in there.
It's been too long since these kids have been out of school.
Mhm.
The auditor's office will be closed this coming Wednesday and Thursday for training. In Dunsley.
Okay.
So if you have.
Do you have that on the
business-
Facebook face?
We will get it up there and on the website.
And on the website, good, okay, perfect. Thanks, Shauna.
Yep.
Anything else for the board?
Nope.
Oh, no drainage issues out there? Nope. Okay.
Going to sign Sandy's drainage. So she isn't here.
Okay,
Who wants to sign it?
we can stamp it with her.
Yep,
Sandy,
I got
we're
a
gonna
stamp down in my,
your-
okay,
Well,
that's
all right.
perfect.
I
Yep,
make a
that sounds
motion
good.
to Adjourn then.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank